You're some kind of wonderful, na na na, 'cause it's alright, and we're in Abu Dhabi. It's the season 2 finale. We're in Abu Dhabi. We're looking to finish second in the constructors, third in the drivers, because Red Bull are just simply too damn good. And here are the Q1 results. We managed to make it through, but Carlos Sainz had no pace all weekend. So I don't know what's going to happen with him here as we go into the Q2 results, and that's what happens with him. It's P15, it's a fucking disaster class. Q3 ends, it's P8 for Leclerc, a few grid penalties all around here, so hopefully we can take advantage of that, lay the smack down, and hopefully end this season on a high. I'd love a wee podium, personally. I mean, I'd love a 1-2, but I don't know if it's going to happen. But with Perez leading from Alonso, Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas, Leclerc, Magnussen, Norris, Gasly, Albon, Ricciardo, Vettel, Sainz, Schumacher, Russell, Stroll, Zhou, Tsunoda, and all those jobbers. But it's Perez who leads. Verstappen, though, is getting up into the top positions, but Alonso's like, fuck it, I'm no jobbing it to Red Bull. I don't care. It's the last race. You gotta fight for it, Rick. You gotta fight for it, as Shane Walsh would say. But it's going down the back straight, and now we've got the DRS of Nibde. But are we actually? Because we're on the lap 5, and it's Alonso battling for Verstappen for the lead. So these guys are just switching positions here, as you will, here on lap 5. Alonso trying to keep these Red Bull boys honest, while we us, on the other hand, we're just sitting in fucking no man's land, praying for a miracle. Miracle! Miracle! Scooby-Doo, it just shows you how overpowered though the DRS is. It's as simple as that. We've pitted Carlos Sainz, quite a few drivers have pitted him. Hopefully just going to go to the end with Sainz and see where the fuck we end up, but not an awful lot's happening here as we fast forward through the race. Leclerc kind of even dropped back for the Bottas-Hamilton battle, but Alonso still keeping these guys honest. But it is an Alfa Romeo. It's put it in the wall and it's brought out the safety car, and as you can see, it's Verstappen leading Alonso, Hamilton and Leclerc. Leclerc started on the hard tyre. Sadly, we can't actually pit him onto the hard tyre again, so we had to go onto the medium, which is a bit fucking soul destroying. It is Valtteri Bottas who is out of this Grand Prix, but here we go for the restart here, and it is a green flag, but there's not an awful lot of action happening with no DRS, believe it or not. Shout out to Fernando Alonso, Abu Dhabi 2010, son. You know the pain, you know the pain. But Gasly is defending pretty well here from Carlos Sainz, but the top 5's kind of been like the most consistent, and the drivers' standings show that. But we go on to lap 41. People have pitted, we've even pitted Charles Leclerc here. He's on the hard. You may think, why not putting the softs on? Because you put on the hards, right, and you can just push every fucking lap. If I put the softs on, I don't think you got the lap fucking 50 without tyre wear, and that's 9 laps away. So I went, fuck it, we'll put the hards on. Sainz is going to let Leclerc pass, and Leclerc is going to go on an absolute mission. That turns out wasn't much of a mission. Perez, though, battling Verstappen on the last lap. Alonso's battling Lewis Hamilton here for the final podium position. Leclerc's kind of in no man's land, going to get the fastest lap though. Then it's Russell, Vettel, Ricciardo, Albon. Sainz has managed to fight his way to a point. Magnussen catching big time, but shouldn't catch him before the end of the race. And then it's just the rest of the jobbers. But as you can see, Verstappen will keep the race victory, which kind of just sums up the season. But will Alonso be able to hang on to third place? Hamilton in the DRS. Looks like he's just going to absolutely blast past, but the straight's running out, and he has to settle for in behind Big Fernando. But fucking hell, Fernando left the door open quite a bit there, and it might not be good for these two guys, man. Alonso, what you doing, son? He's got to keep Hamilton behind him as we go through the final couple of corners, and realistically, that should be it. I mean, we need a few more laps for us to catch, but look at the gap. Look, it just shows you the speed of the Red Bull. They finished 15 seconds clear of Alonso and Hamilton, and we finished 21. I mean, we pulled 7 seconds out the Red Bulls, albeit we had traffic to deal with, like with Leclerc, but in 17 laps, pushing as fast as we could go on the hard tyres, and we still couldn't catch them, man. To me, that just sums up how fucking much of the advantage the Red Bulls have. But Russell finishes 6th. That's Ricciardo, Vettel, Albon and Sainz and the rest of the gang. But anyway, guys, I want you to leave your thoughts down below for Season 3, but there is how it finished. It finished Verstappen, Perez, Hamilton, Leclerc, Alonso, Esteban Ocon, Sainz, Gasly. I mean, Sainz, the reigning world champion, finished 7th in this. The drivers, insane. Gasly 8th. Then we've got George Russell 9th. Valtteri Bottas 10th. Sebastian Vettel 11th. Lando Norris 12th. We've got Danny Ricciardo coming in at P13. A few wins there for a few jobbers. Carlos Sainz even picked up a win. Like, what's that all about? Gasly got himself a few podiums. George Russell, though, no wins, no podiums, no nothing for George Russell, which I thought was pretty funny. Alexander Albon 14th, Lance Stroll 15th in the Williams, Guan Yu Zhou 16th, then it was Magnussen, Van Dorn, Shinoda, and Mick Schumacher with 8 points. And there is, moving into the Constructors, Haas finished last. We finished second with a decent sized gap over Alpine, and Mercedes finished 4th. Insane! But until season 3, bitches! Peace.